Hey everybody, welcome back to Big Hair Gaming. We're here with another video covering our favorite game, Last War. Last time we spoke about one of the hot deals. This time we're a little bit earlier in the week, and I wanted to do a video covering another hot deal, and kind of ask the general question of, is it worth it? And I'll give some of my thoughts and share some of my ideas on, what parts might be valuable, and what parts maybe you pass up on, but also just give like a general overview. And that hot deal is going to be the Summon Supplies event. So this one's probably come around a number of times for you on your server. Whether or not you paid attention to it or not, I can't know. But I'll give you a quick overview of what it's all about. So essentially, the way that this works is that down at the bottom here, you can summon an amount of supplies, and some number of, or some type of box will fall down. There's two types of boxes. There's the epic boxes, which are yellow, and there's the legendary boxes, which are the red ones down here. Let's hit it and see what we get. I'm going to do the 500. And you see we get a number of little supply stuff. We get some speed ups, some badges, some skill medals, a chest, and we got lucky, so we got the legendary supply box, and we'll see what kind it is down here. This is going to be a 200 key box. So you'll note that there's different values of keys that you need to have in order to open these boxes. At the legendary level, I'll talk about epic boxes a little bit, but I'm mostly going to talk about the legendary ones because those are the ones that are the best value. And there's pretty much no reason to not go for legendary boxes. But basically, depending on how many keys you have, or how many keys that you're willing to buy, or when you want to spend, or what have you, there'll be different values of boxes that you can get. Not really different values, but actually just different amounts. They are slightly different as you get up to the larger key costs for each of the boxes. But in general, they tend to be roughly linear, or actually just very linear in terms of what you get out of it, in a key per value type of relationship. So you spend 40 keys, you get the same value. You spend 100 keys, it's the same value, just increased, what is that, 2.5, that kind of thing. You spend 100 keys, the difference between 100 keys and 200 keys is twice as much. So as you can see that here, like 100 keys gets you 100 drone parts, 200 keys gets you 200 drone parts. Nice and simple. So one of the other things I want to talk about is this. I guess I'll call it pity, but this pity pipeline that you have here. So basically, every amount of keys that you spend, or every airdrop that you summon, you'll get some number of points, and you get stuff at 100 points, 500, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, and 10,000 points. Now, the one that I usually target is the 2,000 point goal, where you get a level 5 drone component chest. This is especially valuable if you're in the early game, if you're in pre-season 1, or you're in season 1 and you're working on getting your drone components up to level 5, or to level 6, level 7, level 8, that kind of thing. Pushing, like I currently have my drone around level 8, I think, for almost all components, or for all components, and just getting it beyond that is just a really big investment that takes a lot of time. So any level 5 component chest that you can get to help circumvent some of that effort is going to be a really big help. So to me, like, the level 5 drone component chests are really valuable and really useful. I don't tend to push a lot higher than that, because like getting 20 legendary resource chests, I'm like, that's good, but it's not crazy. And getting like another 20 universal hero shards is not crazy, is not super valuable. But the effort differential in order to achieve those, like getting the level 5 drone component chest takes 2,000 points, and then it's everything you've done up until that point times 2, times 2.5 actually, to get the next reward, and then everything you've done up until that doubled to get the next reward. And for me, it's not really worth it. I'm not looking to spend that many gems to get just this stuff, if I'm only going for those rewards, because I don't always like go ham on the actual Summon Supplies event, because sometimes I just don't need the drone parts. And so like my focus for the Summon Supplies event tends to be very drone part specific for that reason, because it's a very, very good avenue for you to get as many drone parts as you need. So yeah, real quick, I want to take a moment to say if the video is helping you out, if you're learning some stuff, feel free to drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel. All that sorts of stuff does help. And YouTube keeps yelling at me to tell you guys to do all that stuff earlier in the video rather than at the end. So this is me doing that. But let's get back to the action. So first I want to talk about the rewards, and then I'm going to talk about why my view on this event is so drone part specific. So first, let's get into the rewards. So whenever you buy like a Summon 1 or a Summon 5, this is the statistical breakdown of stuff that you have a chance to get. I'm not going to read my way through it. You guys can like pause the video here if you want to peruse it. But you have the chance to get some hero shards, some EXP, some Valor badges, skill medals, what is this? Epic resource choice chests, and some speed ups. And you have a pretty reasonable, equal chance of getting legendary boxes or epic boxes. And let's see what you can get in each kind of legendary box and epic box. So there's the smallest kind where you'll get for 20 keys in a epic box, you'll get 16 drone parts, some skill medals or some speed ups. Or in a legendary, you'll get 20 drone parts, some skill medals, or some speed ups. Now, I like as a general rule for the summon event, like I don't recommend that you buy skill medals or speed ups. Why? Because you have like a ton of other opportunities for you to get both of those things, especially speed ups. Like speed ups you get just from like playing the game, from showing up and doing all that sorts of stuff. Maybe if you really, really need skill medals and you really want to push your team as far as you can right now, you can go for skill medals. But for me, I tend to be very drone park specific because the drone improvements are such a big component in terms of how much strength and power that all of your teams get. Skill medals are useful and they can boost a hero for a team, but improving your drone is going to help everybody for every team. But let's keep it moving. So for a small, just to give the comparative again, 40 keys is the cost of the $5 pack, which I've already grabbed today. You get one free key every day. For $10, you'll get 50 keys, and it's gonna scale linearly from there. So basically, the cost stays even. So for 20, you get 100. For 50, it's 250, and for 100, you get 500. And then you get some other stuff too. You get some gems and so forth and blah, blah, blah. But those aren't as important, so I'm going to keep it moving. But getting back into the rewards, just to be aware that the small boxes are going to be your comparative for what $5 gets you. Now, for the small box here, you do get some extra stuff that becomes available. You can get Hero EXP, and you start to have the ability to get Hero Universal Shards. That's up to you whether or not that those things are valuable to you. For me, I wouldn't go for Hero EXP just because we have a lot of ways of getting Hero EXP. That like I wouldn't like. Do I think that 40 keys is 40 keys is better spent on Hero EXP than drone parts? No. So that's my breakdown. But one of the things that I value most about the summoning event is that you have the opportunity to get the amount of things that you need right now. So if you need more resources, but you don't need, a bonkers amount of resources, you can spend, the $5 and get yourself that little extra boost that you need in the short term today. If you only need, 10 more hero shards to make sure that you're in a good position to be set for hero day, then you can get those hero shards and you can get as many as you need without having to go crazy. And that's one of the things that I really value about the event is that it's very versatile in terms of its presentation of like what you get out of it. And it's because it's a linear growth model, like there's no sense of missing out or really. Now you do get some better stuff. We're going to mosey on up to the medium boxes where you'll see that we now have the opportunity to get some decoration chests added into the mix. And this is the level where I really recommend that, like, if for whatever reason that like you're like, I take whatever box I can get, whether it's epic or legendary, by the time you start spending the 100 keys on opening a box, like it should just be that you're doing it for legendary boxes. Like you'll note that here in the epic box, you don't even have the option to get decoration chests. Like if you're gonna spend 100 keys, just wait until you get a legendary box. Like just you probably have the gems for it. You probably have the resources to open it. So just wait until you get a legendary box. That's the kind of thing that you want, and then use your 100 keys on that. That'd be my recommendation if you really want to spend 100 keys. Just do it with a legendary box. Save yourself the hassle. Because if you spend it on an epic box, you'll get 80 drone parts. If you spend it on a legendary box, you get 100. So keep that 1-to-1 ratio in mind. Like it's 1-to-1. One key equals one drone part. But moving along, 200 keys means 200 drone parts. Is 200 keys worth basically 50 hero shards? That's for you to decide. But what then does become available once you get to the large boxes, the 200 ones, is that you can get 2 level 5 choice drone components. Or your choice of level 5 drone components. I think this is really valuable because drone components are hard to boost up, and like wherever you specifically need help, you can get that help with the choice chest. How valuable is it to you right now? That's for you to decide. It's 200 keys. So you do have the option, like this is where saving up keys can start to be very valuable. So if you want to stay a low spender and like you only want to spend $5 here and there, and like let this be your cup of coffee for the day or whatever, then you can do that, and you can save up 200 keys, and you can aim for getting that drone component chest. Now, like the percentage is listed out here, so it might be a while that you're waiting to get it. And I cannot remember if chests will carry over between the event. I know for a fact that keys do. So if you buy a whole bunch of keys and you don't spend them before the event exits, you don't have to worry, like they don't turn into speed ups or anything. Those will do stick around, but I wasn't paying attention when the event started if I had already had some boxes from the last time. I'm just not sure. I'm pretty sure that they don't. If you know for certain whether or not like those things do stick around, please do drop a comment, just because I can't remember. But yeah, let's wrap this up. So the last box that you have available is going to be these 500 key boxes, and these do grow linearly. So 200 keys is going to get you 2 drone component choice chests. 500 times 2.5 is going to get you 5. So you don't come out on top by getting like a bigger box or anything by this point. I don't really see a major reason to buy the 500 one, considering that like everything that's in this, the 200 one is in the 500 one, but you get more of it. So I don't know. Maybe you just want to flex, but I'm going to focus on like the legendary stuff, because there's no reason, if you're spending 500 keys, do not buy an epic box, please. Just save it for a legendary. But yeah, you can see all the statistical breakdown of what your odds are to get what here. But those are my opinions. My answer for is the Summon Supplies event worth it? Yes, because you can get what you need that day. So if you need 40 drone parts, you can get 40 drone parts, and then you don't need to do any other stuff with the Summon Supplies event if you don't want to. If you need 100, you can get 100. If you need some resources, you can get the resources. So this is one of the things that I really like about this event, is that you have that capability. So now the last thing I'm going to say to finish it out is, why do I focus on drone parts so much? And it's because the cost of upgrading your drone goes up tremendously as you start to develop it. So right now I need another 150 drone parts. I'm not going to do it through the event probably, or if I do, I'll do it through 40 key purchases at a time or whatever, and just kind of boost it that way. If I get what I need to finish it out, that's great, and I'll have that for next week on Monday, which is the upgrade day for the drone. For that part of the drone. If not, then I'll just keep on working on it. But because the cost of drone parts that you need goes up so much, like for the higher level players, I don't think that there's any other event that gives you the versatility and the specificity to get exactly what you need in order to upgrade your drone. So that's why I tend to think of this as such a really good event for the drone. And to that end, it is absolutely worth it, 110%. But yeah, that'll bring this video to a close. If this was helpful to you, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that sorts of stuff. If you feel like I messed up, or you disagree with my assessments anywhere, also feel free to drop a comment. I have had my mind changed multiple times. So, yeah, I want to thank you for watching. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you in the next one. Take care, y'all.